Welcome back to 5 Talk Street. I'm Vince Sims. NBC5 is fighting hunger because there's a vulnerable population in our Metroplex that is still going to bed hungry, and we're committed to doing what we can to try and help. One of our great partners in this fight is the Tarrant Area Food Bank. For 40 years, they've been feeding and educating people to help them live a healthier lifestyle through the foods they consume. Joining me now is Julie Butner. She is the president and CEO of the Tarrant Area Food Bank. Welcome back to 5 Talk Street, and thanks so much for being with us.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
All right, we were just talking about 40 years of the service that you've been doing, and obviously the past 2 years have probably been like none other. What has it been like, and how have you adjusted during pandemic times?
You know, it's hard to believe it's 40 years that this Tarrant Area Food Bank grassroots started in somebody's dining room, Pat Muller, who wanted to do something about fighting hunger and connecting hungry people to the food industry in our community, to today where we're serving over 1 million meals a week in the community. Very much heightened during the pandemic, but we're continuing to see increased numbers, especially now due to inflation. Food cost, gasoline costs. So we're just continuing to, meet the need and step up and serve the community as best we can.
Which is awesome, and we're glad that you are doing that. Know that you have some new programs and even new facility coming about. So tell us a little bit about that, and let's start with the facility.
You know, the population in Fort Worth is growing, and our surrounding service area is growing as well, Parker County being one of the second fastest growing areas. And we saw this need to increase our capacity during the pandemic. So we built a building in Parker County just on the other side of Weatherford. It's 30,000 square feet, and it is intended to serve our rural neighbors who are hungry. And I'm very proud of it. It's a great facility. We're doing about 20% of our distribution out of the facility. We have a community garden. We have a mission kitchen where we're doing nutrition education and food education. So we're just very excited that it's launched. And in addition to that, we are focusing on other nutrition-related, food-related programs that we think will help our community and help our neighbors and help our partner agencies that work so closely with the neighbors right in the communities where they live. And SWAP is one of those programs.
And we do have a display here to talk a little bit about that. So this new program is called SWAP. What is this and what does it mean?
So SWAP stands for Supporting Wellness at Pantries. It is a traffic light report on every food item that is available in the individual pantry, and it's intended to help people make better choices when they're choosing food. You know, there is a direct correlation between what we eat and the 5 chronic health disease states in the United States: high blood pressure, cardiac disease, oncology, cancer, diabetes, obesity. All of those are directly attributed to the nutrition and the food that we put into our mouth. So this is intended to help educate folks. Green means foods that you should choose often every day. Yellow are foods you choose sometimes. And some examples would be canned vegetables or canned fruit that might be higher in sugar or higher in sodium. And then red, those things that are once in a while treats like soda pop or ice cream or even some of the cookies and bars that we have for our kids.
The stuff we really truly like, but we need to kind of like pause on that a little bit.
Right.
So I like this concept because you got the green, the yellow, the red. So it's like green is go, yellow is like slow down, and then red is like stop. You don't need that all the time. So
right.
It's important to do as much green as you can. Go, go, go on green. So we're talking like the fruits, vegetables.
Yeah, and it's important to distinguish it's fruit that is in juice rather than a syrup, or fresh fruit that you might, an apple, an orange. Brown rice is great. Any kind of nut is going to be good. High protein, high quality protein. All of your eggs and chicken and beef, lean cuts, of course, would fall into the green category. And then these things that are higher in sodium or sugar, you would want to do okay occasionally, but really watch out for those things that are identified as red.
And I'm sure with the food bank, you guys probably set these things for people and help them choose the better options and things.
Yeah, I'm really proud. Tarrant Area Food Bank is one of a handful of food banks across the country. There are 200 across the country. We're one of 12 that have adopted this nutrition policy and nutrition program called SWAP. Our grocery list that our partner agencies select their product from has all been categorized green, yellow, or red. So even when they're ordering off the grocery list, they know which foods they should choose more of. And then we get it right down to our neighbor who is hungry so that they can learn as well. You know, we have some folks that, you know, have not been exposed to certain products and certain items that we're offering. And so we want to be sure that they understand the nutritional value and what they should be choosing more often. So supporting wellness at pantries. SWAP is the name of the program.
That is awesome right there. So Julie, let me ask you, 40 years, congratulations on that. What do you see the next 40 years looking like?
You know, I think we're going to continue to be busy. You know, people often ask me, you know, when are we going to end hunger? And a lot of our focus going forward will be on ending hunger solutions, things that address poverty and other social determinants of health. Feeding America is focused on that. Feeding Texas is focused on that. But I think we will continue to see a need in our community because we are now the 12th largest city in the United States. We're one of the fastest growing cities in the United States. And that's spreading into the other 12 counties that Tarrant Area Food Bank serves. So we're seeing that in Weatherford. We're seeing that in Denton. And so we are trying to brace ourselves and increase the capacity so that we, in the future, will continue to meet the needs of the community.
As you said, it's definitely growing. We've covered those stories about how the population is growing, what they're anticipating. So if people are in need of your services, or you probably need volunteers too, give us the information on how people find out more about Tarrant Area Food Bank.
Yeah, you know, we have a website, www.TAFB, standing for TarrantAreaFoodBank.org. That's the best way to get a hold of us. If you need our services, you can enter your zip code and it will show you your local partner agency where you can find food. If you want to come out and volunteer, which we desperately need our volunteers to come back, you can find the icon that says volunteer here. And if you'd like to make a donation, there's an opportunity to do that on our website as well.